most importantly, yourselves. My name is Barney Banks and I am your host, and welcome to the Brawl Cup, live from the Uber Eats Music Hall in Berlin. We've seen heartache and we've seen triumph on the main stage already. And it's only been one day. Imagine what we could do with 3. And so without any further delay, it's time to kick off day 2 of the Brawl Cup. Berlin, make some noise!
Okay, welcome. If anyone's watching at all, if there is Lukash here, you know. But this is the first stream. Let's watch together the Brawl Cup. So yeah, let me get a little bit more silent so you can hear me properly. But yeah, okay, welcome. If anyone's watching at all.
A warm welcome also from me. I'm Sally. I'm here with Ark and Kenny today. And Berlin,
This is
ihr könnt das
the
doch
first stream.
lauter. Die Spieler warten hinter der Bühne. Wie laut seid ihr wirklich?
Let's watch together the Brawl Cup.
Schon etwas besser.
Get a little bit
We are
more
here today to
silent.
witness another 6
Can you
teams
hear me?
fighting for the last spots in the playoff on
But yeah.
Championship Sunday. And gentlemen, which teams do you think have the
Welcome.
most pressure today?
Oh, it's a good question. I think for me, I think Crazy Raccoon definitely have some of that pressure. As the current reigning champions
Okay.
of the world coming in mid-season now, we're looking
So,
to them to really demonstrate that they are
maybe
still
before
I
the
frankly think it's Toxic Lotus who were last year's
games
Cinderellas,
start
but then they've
themselves,
already left.
maybe we can get into a game. Hmm? Right now there's Brawl Pick, so I mean Mega Pick, so let's get some wins from Mega Pick, I guess. So yeah, let's get it. So today, the main part is of course watching Mega Pick. I mean, yeah, watching the Brawl Cup itself. You know, this is day 2. We're gonna have Crazy Raccoon and other teams. Just you know, it's gonna be Group C and Group D today playing. Let's get on the Damien, best brawler in the game right now. Yeah, it's gonna be Group C and Group D playing today, and we'll just see how it goes. Yesterday we had Humble, which is my favorite team, and it was Group A, Group B. We had a crazy game from Only Realm and Zeta. That was really close, but just ended because of drafting issues. Oh my god, I'm just not focusing on the game. But yeah, Only Realm just fucked up 2 drafts in a row. Maybe I should not swear. But Only Realm didn't draft good 2 games in a row and just lost because of it. So yeah, that's just how Brawl Stars goes, I guess. And I think we're gonna lose this because it's an open map. I don't know why I went Damien. But yeah, so we're gonna watch, and not just that, we're also gonna talk about a little bit about what I want to do. I'm gonna make a YouTube video out of it, and yeah, hopefully get a career started, talk about what I'm trying to do, and yeah, so let's just wait a little bit before anything starts going on in the Brawl Cup. And as you can see, I have luckiest day today, so I'm gonna have a lot of Nova drops, which we are gonna try and get. Well, the games are not gonna be happening, so let's get into another game of Mega Pick because I lost the first one, which is pretty sad. So yeah, we get Haki. I think I might go B. She's really good on Haki. What else could I go? Yeah, let's just not think about it. It's Mega Pick, so doesn't really matter. And definitely not Vision on this. So yeah, let's just play. I might have some lags, you know, in the game. It's just because I have an old device. I have an old iPad, so it's not so much good quality. But we can make do, you know. Sometimes I'm not gonna. Most of the times I'm gonna be probably playing on my phone, which is just a lot better. So you don't have to worry about it lagging every time I play. Yeah, we got some good tabs on there. Maybe I can ult goal this. No, he's already there. And I'm dead. Probably. No? Okay, I'm just so far from them because I'm the B. Yeah. So I'm really happy with the way Brawl Stars is going right now. It's a nice goal. It's getting a lot more traction, you know. I retired some time ago. I don't know, it was like when summer started. So I was trying to go pro, I would say. Not like I was much good, but you know, just trying to get better at the game every day. But I don't know, it just felt bad at that time. And Foxicle is here. I know, if you want to check his account, it's Foxicle, like a fox, and, you know. So, ahoy Lukashi, hi. Yeah, and a few months ago, you know, Brawl Stars got a really good update, and it started to be good again, and people started playing it again, and I've been on the grind again for 2 months, I think it has been. You know, pushed like 30k trophies in just that time. And hopefully we can make it more and get my main journey, main goal that I've been trying to get for a long time. And that is getting masters. Because I've been hard stuck legendary for a few years now. I've never taken ranked seriously much. At the beginning I did. When it came, I locked in. I tried to get masters, but I just was stuck for so long, and I guess I just grew tired of just tilting and then grinding again, close to masters. I was like 2 games from masters in the old, and I gotta go. In the old ranked, I was like 2 games away from masters, then I tilted all the way back down to L1. Well, who is this guy? I tilted all the way back down, and from then I just didn't really care for it, and never get back into it. I just didn't want to play it at all, you know. It was I just pushed legendary most of the time and then stopped because it seemed pointless to push nothing, you know. So right now, yeah, as you can see, I have 121,000 trophies, some prestige 2s. Yeah, as you can see by the sidebar on the right and my profile, Country is my favorite brawler. Right now I have him on 2,484 trophies, so I'm trying to get to that prestige 3, but it's insanely hard. I've not played him for more than a month, maybe. You know, stuck with him. I have all brawlers prestige 1. And as you can see, I have legendary and I've had legendary as my top level. So if you check the highest elo I have, it's 8,600. So if it was in today's ranked, I would actually have gotten to masters. You know, as you can see, I would be halfway to masters 2 already. But in old ranked, it was a lot higher. So I only got to legendary 3. I think it was 8,750, something like that, which would have gotten me masters. So yeah, I was close, and from then on, I'm stuck. So that's my main goal for the future, for what I want to get. In my videos, it's going to be Road to Masters, I guess. And yeah, as I've said, my favorite team is Humbles, which is how I have the master profile icon. And now that I'm looking at my account, I maybe could change my icon, my pin that I've had there, because it's pretty bad. So I'm looking for the gold spike. Here he is. It's an old one. So yeah, I'm halfway to get the things. We'll see if I can get it in time. I should be able to, you know. Supercell said everyone should probably get enough. But yeah, so my main goal in this on this channel will be just pushing masters and trying to become a better player and just trying to become someone, I guess. So yeah, and I think we can go on to watching PSC, or maybe not yet. Next match is in 2 minutes, so let's get one more Mega Pick game, and then we'll see how it goes on the other ones on the game. So yeah, we have Puddle Splash. I don't even know this map. What is this? But yeah, it feels like it's pretty. This what is this map? I don't think I've ever played this before. I don't know. It's not in the rotation, so makes sense that I have not played it. Yeah. Lukáši, jestli tady furt seš, jde mě slyšet dobře a jde slyšet ta hra, nebo ne? Dík. Yeah, this is my first stream, as you guys probably can guess, so I don't know, I'm not good with the technicals and stuff like that. We'll see if I can manage, and if you guys have any tips to make my streams better, just tell me, you know, and I'll be happy to improve and yeah, just be better overall. So any tips you guys have, just let me know. Let's jump in. This brawler is... No, even though he's nerfed, yeah, I just got a free team wipe. Just kind of sad. Yeah, easy goal. I just got 2 jumps for doing nothing. I am playing against a counter. Then I died to Dynamite and my teammates AFK, so yeah, we lose. Wait, we missed. I don't think I can save it though. Maybe I can. What is this download? What? Where am I going? Yeah, we lose. Good game. Yeah. And let's put on this Brawl Cup. Yeah. Let's watch this.
World champions on the left-hand side. On the right side, we have a revenge-driven roster. They want to win today exactly against Crazy Raccoon because it did not work out in the past. Maybe it will today. And I'm so happy that Lumi, that I mentioned, is globally banned, and Chester, I also mentioned, so good on a map like this one because you want...
because you want mid control. On Pinel Punt, you have this square of bushes in the middle. It's all about mid control to be able to score in the long run.
Hey, Chester first pick. Could have expected that probably.
Very rare thing to see. Obviously, normally very much Hardy considered in bans. Sirius is that first brawler pick coming through. Meeple is a eternal pick that could also shine on this particular map too, just to really bounce off the game. Sirius, great way to start.
Had to be an anti-tank at that
I
point. With
might
Chester off the
use
board,
this.
and then you saw several bands go
Stop
through,
running
including
randomly.
Crow, Otis, Colette, just amidst all of this. At some point, you got to grab your own. A lot of times with these professional teams, the way they construct their draft is we're going to go with
Just so we can
anti-tank
see
early
the
to ensure ourselves a
picks.
little defense, and then work our way and see how the aggro sets up.
Now let's see what they're picking on the left-hand side. Something with range, maybe. Meeple would still come in clutch here as one of the mid-brawlers with a bit more range. And mentions of Meeples, of course, to shut down your opponents. Mo is coming in as the aggressive brawler. Never mind, they double down. Ellie coming in as well. Now on the right-hand side, do we have enough to deal with that double aggressive comp from the left?
Well, there needs to be something more, I feel, here, but I'm pleased to see the Mo pick. I really do like that Brawl to come through. Kenshin could be an option here, just go on the uber aggressive. Something to battle against that alley to distract, I think, is going to be a need here. The aggressiveness of that alley is going to be a problem.
Going to be putting a lot of faith in these last 10 seconds. Motep eyeing that screen. 0 for 6 in Brawl Cups, MSI, and World Finals in the past. For him to pick up a win off of set 1 would be a huge momentum swing. Can't wait to see how it all goes down. Let's take a look and see what Reddy and Uber have to say.
Thank you very much, Kenny, and great to hear from the disc. This is such an interesting draft, actually, because Crazy Raccoon often have been considered pretty safe, almost boring drafters, but they've actually brought an alley here into Pinhole Pump, which is super exciting to see. Sirius gets snapped up yet again right at the start of the draft here for Eternal. He struggled since having that max HP reduction a little bit more fragile these days.
He struggled here in Berlin as well. He's boasting a 0% win rate at the present moment, was picked 4 times and didn't win a single one of them. Though admittedly he was picked later in the draft, so now it's refreshing to see him picked up earlier as a priority rather than as an afterthought.
Tensai looking for the Infinity Gauntlet of Brawl Championships. He's won an LCQ, he's won a World Finals, still no mid-season championship to his name. 3-time world champion though, so I guess he's not crying too much over his trophy cabinet. This Eternal team, obviously, their scores to settle indeed. Tensai going to be struggling to get to grips with Jubilee, but eventually he'll have what he was looking for. Kawa pressured down, Motep's going to be forced out of the way, and Milcreo very healthy here, enough to just walk in.
That was close.
As much as Kawa was able to offer there, a bit of a waste of the super. It's not going to cost him too much, but little micro interactions, you need them as much as possible to best a team that is going to punish you for every misplayed interaction. Jubileu does manage to rebuff Tensai on the right side. Milcreo needs to be encircled. Kawe has the super. It's an attempt at a trick shot around Moya, but you're not getting around him. No, not with the ball speed reducing so much after it ricochets.
Like the super there
It was a
Moya, but doesn't opt
pretty
to use it.
aggressive
Motep will be run down by
game, I
Tensai.
guess.
And the ball is
With the
cornered.
Ali, with
Crazy
the
Raccoon in no hurry here
with
to
the Mo.
expose themselves to an equalizer.
It's the Buster.
Finding time in the middle of the map, and the
Still,
button stops.
the Buster has for some reason been picked a lot
Milcreo with a hypercharge and on top of
this
Motep. Yeah, the pop rocks are going to do him in the end. Jubileo helping out
in
here,
this
but
piece.
Milcreo
Oh
sticks
wow!
it in.
This
A few
in
changes
this cup,
to
for some
Brawl.
reason,
Ball goes a little
Buster
bit
has
faster, rolls a little
been
bit
in
longer
Brawl
than
Ball
before.
again,
Just been observed
which
on the other
is
side of the
not a
patch.
usual pick for
It's a
Brawl
minute
Ball, but
difference, but at the professional level,
I guess
play, it can make
when you're
all
against the
sorts of
Chester,
difference.
it's
Positioning also
a
completely
good
crucial
pick.
there. Sirius wasn't able to wedge himself a
Probably.
goal in mid because he knew he was going to get taken down. It was all that pressure, all that poke damage builds up over time. Initial interactions will put Crazy Raccoon in the lead. They have control of this mid-ring of bushes. They're going to use this as a springboard for an attempt at a goal, but first they want to farm up their supers, especially if they can get a Chester bomb.
Bernard, of course, for friend zoner now with the Buffy can stun. If a player is knocked back into the series for the time being, though, there are some shades in play as Kawa taken down. Tensai looking for more. Motep under extreme pressure. It's another elimination for the alley. An easy goal for Tensai.
Crazy Raccoon should probably wipe the floor with them yet. For right now, it seems like it, even though it doesn't seem to me as much as an outright. Ali for the shade, for the serious, but as you've seen right now, he can still get there. Really good. Interesting. Yeah, is he gonna get the shot? Yeah, he gets it. Whoa, this was Crazy Crewman is, yeah, they're the last year's winner, so it's here right now. And they're counting on them. Well, yeah, this is a expected win for Crazy Raccoon. Can't there's no way we can expect them to actually. Well, we cannot expect Eternal to win. It would be an amazing surprise. Amazing from them if they actually got the win through. But doesn't seem probable. Playing against Crazy Raccoon, the last year's champs. It's just improbable.
Squishy is one thing. Having no CC whatsoever is another. And when your shots pierce, the shades are not an issue at all.
Here's your stat count back here. You can see that Moya, someone who we didn't highlight so much over the course of that game, was putting out some really nice, consistent damage. Obviously, with that playmaking potential of Mo on Brawl Ball, something you've got to be very wary of. But Moy didn't have to do too much in that regard. A lot of the time, it came down to forcing a fight, right? With Ali's mobility, with Mo's mobility, you could dive on in, you could basically get a team wipe. You'd have 2 players up, and then you can walk it in. Deathcap Trap, though, is the name of our next battlefield. And yeah, I'm sure this is bringing back memories for Motep. This is a difficult team to go up against, and this is a Crazy Raccoon that, you know, frankly, have high expectations as current world champions, and they haven't really slowed down a whole lot. So you've got to be on your guard.
Revenge possible for Motep. LCQ could have gone very differently. The World Finals, our champions would look very differently.
Deathcap Trap.
To finish off.
Kid Ban is interesting on Jamgrab, but he has been picked a lot yesterday. In today's meta, I cannot blame them. And the Mo pick again. I guess Crazy Raccoon really likes the ferret, I guess. Not the ferret, I mean, what do you call it? It's like, the rat. He likes the rat. My bad. Yeah, it's interesting from them. But it worked before, in the game before, so I guess why not? Let's see the answer from Eternal for this game. If this had to be Janet. Expected on jump grab, and this too can dodge the Mo pretty well. Get control brawler. I think this is a nice draft from Eternal right now, but you cannot count out Crazy Raccoon, so we'll see.
I think puts a large priority on getting away from this mode. This has been picked up as a first selection. There's still other things that could appear here, like Lily, to get those gems out of their clutches. It's a very viable strategy here.
Yeah, roughs. It's jump grab, you just go for the roughs. We have Tensai himself, many people consider him the GOAT. I do not agree. Well, he is the greatest of all time, so I agree on that part. And he goes with the Gus. Deathcap Trap, so... But, yeah, he's the greatest of all time. He has 3 championship wins, and no one else has them. No one else has those 3. If last year went a little bit differently, if Humble could have won the championship, it would be a lot different, because Humble and Tensai would have 2 each. But because Crazy Raccoon won, now Tensai has 3, Humble has 1, and it's the difference of 2, and the tie is really big. Right now they need 2 years. On Humble, need 2 years right now to catch up to him, and it's probably not gonna happen for anyone getting 2. That would be crazy wins. It's just himself getting the 2 wins on Zeta, now having the win on Crazy Raccoon. It's just says so much about him. Yeah. It's against the Penny, so he's playing this gadget, Tensai, I mean. He had the other ones, he would just get destroyed. But yeah, nice stabs from Milk Rio from the start.
Moya now encroaching on this left lane as Jubileus soaking up a bunch of the fire. Motep also retreated way back to get back to max HP, putting quite a bit of damage. Now getting punished.
Milk Rios keep stabbing them below, moving all around that wall. getting the tap to Moyo, and he gets the kill. First kill of the game. Milcrio keeps on tapping Motap, and he just runs back and heals every time. Then Cyan no. Keeping on the penny, not too much damage between them. Moyo getting that gadget from the Janet of, but wasting his own ult to get it. Now Moya and Jubilee are both low on HP, and this game has been pretty tight this whole time. Both teams getting their spawns of the gems. Milcrio now getting the kill on Jubilee, who pushes him alone and just gets tapped every time. Crazy shots by Milcrio. He's definitely the best player in this game right now. This particular match, not the whole set, not the whole game, but now again tapping the penny. Now they have to calm down because they got some offensive gems. They're pushing back, got this 2 kill, got the Janet kill, and now only Penny left. She's not even close. Crazy carry by Milcrio, and good pressure by the rest of his teammates. So well played. Again, could have expected that to go this way though. Yeah, that's not a surprise for anyone right now. But we can be happy because after this game I'll show you my predictions, maybe, because I did predict Crazy Raccoon winning this, but I think today's predictions are pretty obvious. But not 100%, of course. There's always games that are gonna be close, but this is not one of them. Definitely not, in my opinion. And right now, in this match, it's even more visible, even more. We can see that they are not close to getting back into the game. It is pretty one-sided.
That's going to be the super for Milcrio. 1-2 shots for Motep. Will get him low. He risk setting pinch walks right into it from Milcrio. And Eternal probably going to get surrounded and extinguished here at
Yeah, Milcrio already has 9. Now Moya pick up the last 2, and this game seems to be pretty much over, and this set is gonna be over with this Motep one-shot. Gets the ult off, but it's not gonna do damage at all, and his other teammates are just too far back, and that's a set win. Another set win for Crazy Raccoon, and looks like a sweep at this point, so it's not unexpected, no.
At the exact same positions every single time. So why? It's really just that consistent for these guys. What a man of the people, Milcrio getting everyone jazzed up.
The greatest showman in Brawl Stars is Milcrio. Doesn't matter if he's at home on a webcam or in front of a crowd, this guy is born for the stage.
Brings the vibes to the team. You actually saw him sort of resurrect a team that looked pretty deflated at the last chance qualifier. Everyone started shrugging and they were having a good time doing the dance. Brought to the World Finals as well.
It is kind of crazy to see someone like Tensai loosen up in that kind of environment. He's someone who does get a bit tense, does get a bit reserved. And the addition of this Milcrio onto the roster, I feel like it really gives him that spiritual leader in a way, helps them loosen up when things aren't going so great. So far, that's not really had to be drawn upon. Right now, it's just about having fun.
Fun times, of course, though, are not exempt from criticism. One of the biggest things about Milcrio when he joined.
Okay, let me show you my predictions. So we're on the BSC Championship site, and yeah, here you can see how my yesterday's predictions went. I didn't. Well, let's get over the yesterday's first. I got 5 out of 6. So yeah, I went with my team Humble, both of the games they played, and I did not go wrong. Sadly, they lost the sect against Bounty Hunters, which was pretty surprising. Last Brawl Cup, they lost only 2 sets, so we give them one more loss tomorrow, and then just win everything else. So yeah, they had the 3-1, and then I went with the Asian number ones with AXAR, so with Ace Zero, and they got outdrafted, outplayed. So for me, it was a surprise. I was really expecting them to win. In the broadcast, they showed a statistic of people picking bounty hunters and Ace Zero. It was 88-12. But I think the problem why it went so much this way is because when you were predicting, there was no information on Ace Zero. It was probably a glitch in the system. They just did something wrong and they had no information on them. So people were like, they have N/A they had, so they picked bounty hunters instead of Ace Zero. But bounty hunters are not top one in their region. Ace Zero are. So I don't think it would have went that much their way, but yeah, it's just I think experience. ACO, it was their first time on LAN, and it shows because they got 3-0 by Humble, which is arguably the best team in the world right now in many people's eyes. But yeah, they just got 3-0. And then we got to Group B, which I was really hoping that Only Realm would win their first match, but Zeta is just so mechanically skilled. Tempo is an insane player, arguably the best player in the world, maybe tied with Guesty. We haven't seen them play against each other, so we'll see maybe tomorrow, maybe on Sunday, how they go against each other. But we haven't seen them play against each other yet, but that's off point. So I went with the Zeta because I was expecting it to be a really close match, and it actually looked like Only Realm would win 3-1, but they just they had bad drafts in the fourth set and the fifth set, and it went Zeta's way. So really good for them. They got it really changes their plan for tomorrow's games, and it gets them better, well, worse opponents, but there is no bad opponents here. So yeah, then we had BC Gaming games, which it was just one-sided against Only Realm, and Zeta is just the veterans and the most skilled players in the world. So yeah, that was one-sided. And then I missed. And then we have today's predictions. So I went with Crazy Raccoon first game. Right now it seems like it's gonna go their way. Then I had Crazy Raccoon again because it seems again it's gonna look probably the same. I think Crazy Raccoon's just gonna have 6 wins in a row. It's just not gonna be close probably. Maybe if they really go bad in the draft, but yeah, probably 6-0 for them today. Then I went with Eternal. I think just because they're from a better region, they're just better overall. And then we have Group D, which is just foot. Both games, not even a debate. They're the best team in the world right now in points. They have the arguably best player of all time, right? The best player right now, the best player of the past in Angel Boy, and they're just even though they don't have Guesty right now, they have Lana, which might change the game against Tribe, but I think Toxic Lotus is gonna be for sure. And then we have Tribe, who's a household name, so I went with them. And let's get back to the games, and we are already in halfway through the heist game. So I took some part out of it, but yeah, as you can see right now, it's going pretty much the same as the games before. Eternal has not even cracked the first shield. Crazy Raccoon has gotten 2 shields off. Okay, now they got the first crack. Eternal, but Tensai is on the save. He's gonna get the crack. One more shot for him. No, he's not gonna get it. interesting ult by him. I think he could have kept it, but it's Tensai. I'm not gonna question him. But yeah, the nice dodges from him, not anymore. And he runs into the poison, gets 1k damage on him, and then he gets killed. So now Moya cannot see outside of it. They get some good shots on the save. Now they cracked the save. And starting to... Yeah, this is just a win for Crazy Raccoon as expected, so there's not gonna be much talks about this. It's just Crazy Raccoon is Crazy Raccoon. Eternal is a nice team with a little bit of history on the players, but cannot expect them to go toe to toe with Crazy Raccoon. Even getting 2 cracks on them is a really nice achievement for them, I would say. Not to hate on them or anything, it's just this is not fair. Got one of the oldest players in the game, one of the most experienced in Tensai. He's played maybe the most games of all players. I mean, esports games, and they get the crack. He still keeps alive. Milkrio gets the bounce off of the heist save onto the Kaze that dies, and now Jubilo just runs into the Kaze and dies. Gets up 2 shots off, but she survives. Tensai gets the hyper and gets the ult, so he's gonna definitely use it next time he comes back. And he's probably gonna get again another one. I believe he had 2 in the first game. So yeah, now he gets the Kaze kill, or no? He just goes on a side quest on the Kaze then. Yeah, now Motep gets some nice damage on the save, cracks it completely on his own with 3 shots and an ult. Acrio shooting somewhere, gets the kill on Angelo. Motep just walks into nowhere, doesn't even shoot the save, doesn't shoot Milkrio and gets killed. Now Kaze on the bottom save, Moya somehow still surviving on the top one, and this is gonna be a close one, and Tensai gets it. 3-0 by Crazy Raccoon, game's over, and my prediction goes right, so good for me. And I think most of the people predicted them anyway, so not much of a crazy prediction by me, and they are cloning on them. So let's go play a game, play the Mega Pick again before the next game starts. Hopefully, what are these maps that are in Mega Pick? I do not know these maps. These are some weird maps. Okay, where do I go? And we have a ultimate. Everything is open. That's not. It doesn't feel good to have everything open. I'm just gonna go to Colette. I expect a tank to go against me, so it's probably gonna go like that. Yeah, there's a BB. There's an Edgar, which is... I have the gadget for him. I have the ult when I get it in 4 shots. But yeah, could be better matchups. The Griff is not really a nice matchup for me, but it is a matchup, I guess. And it's this mode, it's this modifier which makes them spawn and makes people go into the starters. Which, okay, he picked it up in the air, did he not? How can I dodge that? Such a big attack. 4 shots to kill the spawn. just push her away. She's one shot. No! I lag. Get her. Nah, she survives. Why am I lagging? I don't even get that, Ken. Yeah. Most damage, 0 kills. Interesting gameplay by me. Yeah. Okay.
We have, especially for Tensai, 3 titles off.
Okay, again, hockey. Think we can just go to B again. And now we don't have the modifier, luckily. Yeah, let's just go to B. My teammate goes Dynamite. Yeah. All random. Oh, it's against bots. Okay. At least a free win, I guess. And we're gonna get 2 Nova drops. So that's nice. And he misses. I don't. That's a quick free win against bots. Star Barrier for no reason. Let's open the Nova drops at least. It's gonna be a girl. Yeah, me. Another star girl. Now we get Spike. So we get some nice damage. Yeah. More than halfway now. And we've one last ticket, and I have not given my team much wins. 2 wins and 5 tickets is pretty sad. Now we get Gem Grab again. Can I go here? This is an interesting map. Yeah, let's just play it safe with the crow. Let's check. Yeah, still no game. So let's play this game. And a dynamite teammate again. There is some walls that I don't think there's enough walls for dynamite, and of course 38 prestigious, so some crazy enemy. I mean teammate. Of course fixed dynamite. 38 prestigious. Some shots in. He's low. I countered the Poco, he just got no heals off. And he's dead. Got good camo. My teammates are not doing anything. Guys. Oh, why am I just killing myself? I think I would have died to the Rico anyway, but yeah, I'm just playing alone here. Okay. It's now Poco and the Leon, and he's Invis, I guess. Oh, he's on the right side of it. Nice, I got the poison one. Why is the dynamite looking? How's Michael got? I think he's gonna die. Yeah. He just went and gave it all to the Leon, and what is this guy doing? And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna just move it to my phone for the next game. Yeah, this is... Let me just put this on.
We're really revolutionizing the idea of Brawl merch here. Magnets.
You know, you got to bring the retro back sometimes. The two of you should appreciate that, honestly.
I don't know what you mean. Do you know what she means?
I have no idea.
That's crazy.
But it's worth mentioning as well, like on the back of these postcards is a QR code. And that is what you scan, which will then give you that asset in-game as well. There's a blue ticket for the Brawl Cup for the regular ticket holders and a gold if you're a VIP holder. So
It's a sick flex.
super.
Let me set this up. It's not working.
Map. The rest of the team is where the question marks are, right? But they've got young talent. I love this idea of like a veteran like Sargent, who's still at the top of his game, bringing some young talent in. And Hiroshi on this roster was, one of the shot callers, I think, on that KDS team. So has experience at the top level as well.
I think that phrase of yours actually describes it perfectly. You never know what to expect from Revenant X Spark. Last year at Worlds, they came top 4, a true Cinderella run. We didn't see them all the way at the top. Now, I think we warmed up to the idea a little bit. I even said, dude, if anyone can be Crazy Raccoon, might as well be Revenant X Spark. Let's see if they will actually manage to do that in the next couple of minutes. These are the global bans for the series. Naja, girl, we just don't get to see you this weekend, it seems. Lumi's banned out as well, and Otis and Ruffs once more. We saw a lot of them already global banned. Otis, I believe we haven't seen yesterday.
No, and I'm looking forward to it. It might spell some tankier brawlers to come through as well. Colette as well now is going to be banned quite consistently so across the sets too. So long range there starting off some bridge too far as well. So yeah, kind of interesting stuff in terms of global bans. Definitely some big heavy hitters are going to escape through. I sort of kind of want to circle back to Sargent though, because like he is the hard carry on this team. And in every event, like we look to him to really be that playmaker every single time. But the team has changed so much since the World Finals. You know, Response is there now as a coaching role, so he is on the stage. But it is down to having two new teammates who are actually going to have to really support him to be able to let him pop off.
Yeah, I also think that, he also might not have that role in the roster anymore as being that centerpiece player. When you bring a young player, a 16-year-old, very talented individual, you kind of want to give them a little bit of space to demonstrate that level of skill expression. Hiroshi, to me, by comparison, is a bit more of a veteran. It might be a role player in this roster, but that's the question. Is there room here for, Walkthrough to rise up and sort of be that superstar?
Ooh, this is insane.
Yeah.
So the lowest number we got to up to last match was 6%. Now we're at 5% for Revenant X Spark. I believe, honestly, they have more of a chance to beat Crazy Raccoon than Eternal. Maybe that's just me.
It's a road to Brawl Cup region, so people, I think, fundamentally can underestimate this team, but you've got to remember that this was a top 4 roster at Worlds, and Sergeant Clash was a huge part of that. So I wouldn't be sleeping on these guys, as good as Crazy Raccoon look.
We talked a lot about these chats already. Let's bring them in.
Whether you like it or not, each team is making a statement every time they step out onto this stage. Every win is a message, but has that message been received? It's time to find out. It's Crazy Raccoon and Revenant X Spark! has had a clean run through the group stage. You can like it or not, but their name carries a certain weight in Brawl Stars esports. Or can their opponents match their energy? The newly formed Revenant X Spark, they have the opportunity here to send the community into an absolute tailspin with arguably the biggest upset of the year so far. So it's time to find out. It's time for Crazy Raccoon and Revenant X Spark. Let's go.
Moya, Tensai, Milcrio, Hiroshi, Sergeant, Super Walk.
They are looking calm and collected on both sides, which is lovely to see. We already talked about it on the right side here with Revenant X Spark. We have two fresh faces on the roster. A strong leadership core still, of course, with Sergeant on their side and the response as the coach. But again, they're looking super calm. I'm so happy to see this because maybe we finally have a game on our hands here today so far with 3-0. Now I want to see something closer.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to this match more than many of the others actually here today. I think this is going to be potentially the one that could cause the upset. Looking here for some brawlers that I think could be on the horizon here. The Kaze is definitely up there for a Crazy Raccoon style pick. Shade actually could make an appearance considering the Eve and there the Angelo is banned out as well. Pierce, open here, 8-bit. Things like this can really pack a massive punch onto the safe. And there is one of them. Pierce coming through for Crazy Raccoon.
Yeah, Pierce a no-brainer. This has been a little bit of a shakier map for Crazy Raccoon over the last week or so. But yeah, Pierce, Kaze, definitely common picks to come in. You notice they had to ban the Chuck because they were second pick. Pierce and Kaze coming in together. Kaze, they only won 1 of 6 games with that brawler in the last week or so. So yeah, again, the idea still, of course, is going to be to run it up. You can close the gap with that mobility and then try and run on in. On the side, I think, of Revenant X Spark, it's interesting to see they banned the Crow out. That's quite a prolific brawler, but you can still bring Bow, Nani, also an option if you want some sharpshooter.
It is interesting indeed, as they have last pick, they still banned out Crow. Now with the Ember, you already mentioned Shadar could definitely make up a showing here. Charlie, as a counter to Kaze, maybe could come in as their last pick. Now let's see if they're actually going to go with that or if they just want to double down on the damage. So far, with Ember, sometimes we call her the second-hand Melody. It's just really good at dealing damage if she's ever get close enough to save. Otherwise, she's just more of a defensive option. Melody actually still left open too, so some damage could also come through that brawler.
Crying out here for 8-bit, I really am. I mean, I like the Amber because it's a bit more control-based. Melody doesn't really pack the biggest of punches. It's kind of more a beeline for the safe. Bow going to come through is a very safe kind of brawler pick, very much a Revenant X Spark style brawler for sure. But if this is not 8-bit, I might cry.
Yeah, I would like to see like some consistent damage output at safe range here. I have seen this team try and go for the Otis on this map recently. That hasn't worked out as well. I think 8-bit is probably their best option with Angelo banned out. Charlie doesn't seem good here, really, to take her alongside your team. So yeah, I think 8-bit is a very heads-up pick. I like the Amber. There's a lot of long straightaways here. It's tough to Serpentine, especially for 8-bit, who's very slow. Amber could find an edge there.
And for you on the mic today, or for this match at least, we have Trev and Kenny.
Thank you very much, Sonny. It's good to be back for another day in Berlin. I'm Kenny Barlow. Joined with me, my partner in crime, my substitute teacher, Trav Talks. The last time that we saw Revenant X Spark, they did best CR, one of the only teams in recent memory to do so. And at the center of it all, Sergeant Clash. Now an opportunity to double down with a brand new roster, brand new logo, and a brand new year. This is your defending world champions looking to go 2-0 in the group stage.
Yeah, the Sergeant versus Tensai on the left-hand side, that's going to be one hell of a matchup. Superwalk getting a bit of progress on the big stage here, but early on, Tensai and all of CR destroying their lanes and getting full control. Just choosing to wait a little bit for this fan storm to come in, want to get a bit of value on the safe and on the opposition too.
Nice daggers flying flying out of Tensai, who played phenomenally in that match number 1 just moments ago. A speed run, if you will, and so far so good for the East Asian Goliaths. The Super Walk has to back away. Sergeant respawn. He's going to have a hard time until Shade really starts cycling this super. It's just a difficult time. There he goes, dashing through the wall, has the ability to walk over water. Moya in trouble. Now Sergeant just looking to clean up. It doesn't matter though, Tensai still escapes.
Yeah, Tensai's going to get this crack as well as keep his super. Might try and stay alive. You saw him. Oh, got the Fanstorm down just about. Actually threw it into the air as he was falling. So a bit of damage from beyond the grave. Tensai here. Revenant getting their first signs of life and first damage on safe. Sergeant will cycle out that hypercharge, but chooses not to go for the defense. And extra credits there as well for the 8-bit on defense. But now it's all down to Moya.
Really going to have to capitalize here because they're already sub 25%. I think Tensai just knows the writing on the wall. They should have this in the bag, especially with another brawler up the middle. Moya from the distance. Smooth sailing for CR, just unfaltering the entire day so far.
I mean, it was about a perfect start as you can get, I think, to be honest with you. 3 kills, a really early one from Tensai started things off, and then all of Revenant X-Spark just crumbled from there. And I'm sure they'll make some changes to not let that happen again, because they're falling behind on so much of that kind of area on the map, as well as the scoreline early on. And they're actually triple midded.
Once Sergeant got booted up, the supers provided. They got a ton of kills off it, got some immediate pressure, but in a moment like that, I mean, tough beat. Now a double kill going down. Hiroshi doesn't have the range to contest with Mukrio either. This might be a comp diff. I'm not sure if it's a skill diff. It might be both, for crying out loud.
It seems like that's the case at the moment. 2 of them on the left-hand side here as Sergeant kind of lurking around this wall, knows he can go across that water, but still great hits from Tensai. That's surely going to be a kill on Sergeant too. Super Walk's going to fall as well. And all control remains with CR. Fanstorm still in Tensai's hand, but they've managed to keep Milcreo a bit further off the safe, but as I say that, he throws an extra credit straight towards it.
Hiroshi's been puppy guarded. He is trapped on this top right-hand side. He's trying to move around, do something more creative, and on top of that, Sergeant on this pond has been a sitting duck. They have not let him escape. Finally, a super maybe can expand a little bit. Haunted Hugs going through. Milcreo, low HP, manages to stay alive a little bit longer as Tensai will clean up top. Oh my goodness, and now he's got a hypercharge ready for the next save. This is dreadful.
I mean, Amber trying to get something done, but it's only 18%. Tensai will go for a few more dashes on the safe, and he hasn't even used that hypercharge to get the 3rd crack. Now the Fanstorm comes down, and that's more damage piling on.
Running laps around Revenant X-Spark right now. Couple new teammates alongside Sergeant, a long time great in this game, but right now they are facing a heavy amount of pressure as Tensai dives in, and similar to their match number 1, making a light work of every opponent in front of them.
Same as the game before, expected to
a lot
win.
of us here on the desk at least expected a bit more from Revenant X-Spark, so hopefully over the next few sets they'll be able to sort something out. They're still looking as happy as ever. They're laughing. I don't know if that's just because of how hard they've got beaten and trying to be a bit lighthearted. But, you know, why cry when you can laugh?
Sometimes if it's so bad, the only thing you can do is just laugh it off and move on to the next one. And speaking of laughter, I mean, nobody has made Milcreo frown. He rarely does, but I mean, they just look so comfortable. And in the game, it shows too. I'm a big proponent of let your game do the talking. And CR just haven't even had to catch their breath. It feels like they've had their way with every single draft, every single moment. You can kind of see it here in the replay. I mean, it sounds like Sergeant's just kind of reassuring his team. Let's write this one off, on to the next. We'll go into Bounty with a completely different strategy, new outcome. Let's just try and reset.
Absolutely. Like, as dominant of a set as it was, you know, they still require 2 more to be able to beat them down. It's, you know, they're not out of it just yet. As poor as they seemed and as good as CR have seemed all day long so far, they've still got a chance at least.
Sergeant, I think strangely comfortable, if you will, against Crazy Raccoon. I mean, we saw him beat them. It was the only team at LCQ. It nearly tripped them up on their trip to a 3rd World Finals for Tensai. I mean, that's a big piece of Brawl history. Obviously, a completely different roster. Having Response, I'm sure, is a little bit of a comfort blanket, if you will, having his previous teammate there. But these other 2 players, significantly less experience, and this was the big question mark rolling into this. It's why I struggle to pick this group overall. I felt like CR were a step above everybody else. After all, they're the defending world champs, 2 Grand Finals wins. You have to just let the results speak for themselves. But between Revenant, X-Spark, and Eternal, I really battled with this because one of the beauties of this tournament is the unknown. We have no idea how teams like Road to Brawl Cup are going to perform.
Yeah, well, we've kind of got a glimpse of it so far, and it's not looking the best, Kenny, at the moment, to say the least. But should be able to see the draft in just a second. It is going on now, but obviously kind of not on the UI at the moment. Mortis, I believe, we heard him, so he was the first pick coming in, and that is going directly to the Crazy Raccoon side. Banwise looking at Edgar, the Shade, and the Kit on that side. Over the flip, Revenant X-Spark get rid of the Gene, the Colette, no surprise there, and also the Rico.
Stereotypical start. It's going to all be about how they answer this Mortis. Do they grab some kind of anti-tank, which it's a little bit trickier to go into that. You see Otis in that global ban on the top right, so no mute button available, but still several options. Just which specific one do they want? For Layer Cake, do they want something with a chest? That's exactly where I was going with that. They wanted Chester to kind of have that burst damage, because when Mortis dives in, it's a real issue. Especially with 4 bells on him, it's just so much for a Mortis to tackle. So as good as he is, this is, I think, an appropriate measure.
Absolutely. It was on the tip of your tongue, Kenny. I'm not going to pretend like you weren't about to
I think I got it on a buzzer beater.
It was just about coming out, yeah, buzzer beater as the Chester was picked. So Superwalk going to be slung on that one as, you know, as we keep on saying. It's just one of those brawlers at the top of the meta at the moment. So versatile, so good against so many different things. And those bursting shots and the array of supers can be so good against the Mortis.
No Edgar, no Shade, no Kit.
This is a lot bigger than I wanted it to be. See how it looks in game.
Though, I mean, that's significantly more than we saw maybe in the entirety in that opening set. So nice to see that Sergeant still got it. Super Walk on this left-hand side, flanking though. And especially with this early establishment of a penny turret in the backline, it's going to be really difficult for the Revenant roster to take it down. It's just going to continue to kind of pummel at them, force them away, especially with the Incendiary that works after that. It makes Revenant trip up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, with Leon on this left-hand side, one of the few brawlers that Tensai might have a bit of a decent say in unless he's cycling out some of those supers. So not the worst matchup in the world for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
figure
out the problem with the phone, with the view you have on it, because it's a lot wider, but it's just a lot wider, so I'm gonna have to make some adjustments. And yeah, let's just watch this right now. So yeah, let's just watch this.
Yeah, this hyper penny turret is really scary. You're looking at now, and Hiroshi gets obliterated by it, but in comes Sergeant. He's going to take a couple of shots for the face and go down. They got one in there on Tensai, but the lead just keeps on lengthening every time Revenant try it.
They have an answer to the lollipop drop as well. Squeak can just drop one individual shot, exhausts one ammo, and that is it. Now they know and have eyes on Sergeant as well, and with 15 on the clock, Blue Star still relies on Koya. Oh, and look at the beautiful tag.
Holy gadget.
As well, a nice gadget execution there from Sergeant as Tensai dives in on the action, cleans up. 1 star, the only separator, and Sergeant left all alone as Crazy Raccoon's mechanics are just unbelievable.
I mean, other than getting the blue star, they didn't have to step out the back line, Kenny, so I think they're feeling pretty comfortable about the position they're in at the moment. As soon as they get these penny turrets, and especially that hypercharge one, it was causing some big problems for Revenant X-Spark. They can just sit back, wait for the moment. Yes, Sergeant had a couple of good plays.
Now I'm actually gonna be able to pay attention.
It ended Crazy Raccoon's way. CR's swing play, I think, is what preserved him there, what saved him, because there were so many instances of Sergeant
Let's
just
watch
diving in,
this
had the opportunity for a
game.
kill, follow-throughs from Super Walk, but they just knew what they were doing. The Squeak Super also, that was insane. I mean, the rapid healing coming out as well, that's a trick that I forgot Trunk had.
Yeah, it was really nice and well timed by Sergeant as well, but regardless of all that, he can heal 10k HP, but if you're going to take another 10k damage, you're still going to go down. Lollipop drop on the left-hand side, and they find a good shot to Sergeant. Sergeant, he just kind of moves away from that Lollipop drop, tries to keep it alive for a little bit longer. Sergeant going in on his 10 side now, and there's a super, and he literally...
What a bounce, and he's gonna die for that. Wait. Oh. Doesn't even get ult charge from that. Hiroshi is close to dying. Tensai tries to get the catch off, but too late.
I mean, so many sub 1000 brawlers right there. Sergeant just asserts his dominance up the middle of the map. Milgrio still tapping. Tensai there to assist. You look at the DPS.
Milgrio keeps getting shots on them.
That's his role. To scoop in, grab the kills, and then get out immediately.
Good ult from Moya. Really aggressive. Gets shots on himself. Tensai takes down Sergeant. This game's starting to look as the same as the one before. It's just 3 wins in a row, and it seems like it's gonna be 4th one. Sergeant gets the kill, cuts down the lead to 2. Doesn't necessarily look like something's gonna happen though. And now it's actually it might be a loss. And they get the team, like they get a game off of them.
We're starting to feel a little hopeless in this arena, but we're due some good Brawl Stars, folks. CR are just that menacing. We're finally starting to see the ceiling of this composition. Trunk has been making play after play. A couple brutal bounces, maybe it would have even been a higher score in that game number 2. So much left to be done though. Revenant X-Spark, a young roster overall, tried and tested Sergeant, trying to deliver once again for his tiny region, just to put them back on the map. Now he'll deal with Tensai, one of the greats of the game, going at it on this left-hand in as Trunk dives out. Low HP for Tensai, and both will survive in a stalemate.
Yeah, a little gadget super trade there. Both of them kind of did nothing as Sergeant was backing out and getting away. It's just 1 star at the moment. It's the 1 Tensai picked up right at the start. He tries to go aggressive on Super Walk now, but that leaves an opening for Sergeant in the backline. Tensai with a super. Down he goes, and Penny will be there to tank for Tensai to stay alive.
Game of pixels so far as Tensai narrowly holds on once again, and most importantly, still resides the blue star.
Grabs one, but in the meantime, Tensai will take off for the top. It's an even trade favoring CR. I mean, that's all these games have been, even trade favoring CR. 1-for-1 and all the time go CR's way. This one, big, decisive game though. 55 seconds still on the clock. It's going to be a question of if CR are going to be 2-0 up or
Even score. They're requiring a lot out of Sarge. Their fearless leader, hypercharge being popped, purple button going down, left-hand side. Milgrio, not a chance in the world at this, and a double kill alongside it. Red Roster take the lead.
3 stars in as well, so they're going to need a couple of kills unless they can get around the back and get Sergeant down. The only one with any real stars on the Revenant Xbox side going in. Gets a little backside to Sergeant. Going to be bouncing back to the same place he was. Moya trying to find Hiroshi and shoot on this right-hand side. He does just that. And now the positioning is in CR's hands.
Crucial moment for Southeast Asia's superstars. Is now Sergeant with 5 on his noggin. Hiroshi under heavy fire. Milgrio smells this. They know that it's 1 star separating, but they've lost Super Walk and all the invisibility. Hypercharge is being popped. The go time is now as a lollipop drop makes contact. Tensai waiting for his moment. Diving in. 1v1. Right-hand side as well. The stars are being swung. And Sergeant O'Connor. Crazy Raccoon.
That's a set win for Crazy Raccoon, yeah. Trying to get some technical difficulties away. But yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not talking. But yeah, I think I've dealt with the problem now.
success we've seen them over the 2 sets. First one was a walkover, but they're showing us that they've got some life left in them.
Now.
The analyst desk kind of mentioned, what are we going to see out of this squad? Especially when you sign a young, talented player, is it still going to be Sarge making plays? Clear answer is yes. That composition was built around Sargent's shoulders, and unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. There were still moments from the other two players. I'm not going to act like he did it all solo, but I imagine the stat line, the kill count for Revenant is clearly going to reside.
Okay, now everything should be going fine now. We should be okay. I hope. So,
he was, providing a bit of backup here and there, and yes, he's got 3 stars, so he must have got a kill. But I just didn't feel he was that.
I think it's gonna be another set win for Crazy Raccoon now. There's just no way they can win this, though, right?
Was kind of getting farmed through there as well, but you mentioned Sargent gonna be the one with the big stats, 10 kills, which is more than anybody in the lobby.
Maybe if they get outdraft, if they play really good as they did this game, but it's just
the individual one-on-one matchups, right? I mean, against Mortis, that is by no means a freebie for him, especially in Mortis' state in the game. For Leon as well, going
but just taking a game off of them is just massive for them. Anyway, so props to them for getting the win.
Probably one last chance. They only have 1 set to go, and Revenant X-Spark in a world of hurt right now. This is not resembling the same of what we saw at LCQ. They certainly haven't felt that. I don't have the same hope that I have. They need to find it within themselves, within this young roster, to try and provide for this very beloved, tiny region, just trying to prove themselves yet another year.
Absolutely. The thing is, if CR win this one as well, it sets us up for a great 3rd game in this group to decide who's going to be joining Crazy Raccoon in day 3 of the Brawl Cup. Chester, as expected, as usual, going to be one of the first picks coming out. So versatile, so strong at the moment. Ban-wise from Crazy Raccoon, we're looking at the Ems, the Frank, and the Shade. And over the other side, it was the Crow, the Colette, and the Mo. And then Nita going to be the first pick coming out of Revenant.
Anti-tank, anti-tank. Especially with Colette ban, Crow ban, Ims. I'm going to keep calling it out because the order of operations a lot of the time this weekend is going to be each team ensuring that they have a way to deal with tanks. The game revolves around these beefy brawlers who have to be prepared, and there are a ton of good ones in the meta right now. These are top 2 choices. I really like Chester, and obviously to get a spawner in Nita, not a bad consolation prize.
Absolutely. I mean, the mobility that Stu brings to the table is really, really solid, and it does seem to be these more Asian-based teams who are picking the brawler up and playing it a bit more than the rest of the world. We're back over, though, to Crazy Raccoon to get their 2nd brawler, and you mentioned so many anti-tanks off the board.
Let's see what Crazy Raccoon pick now. Against the Nita and the Stu, which are decent into the Chester. Ash. I have not seen Ash. It's Crazy Raccoon, so I guess. Whoa, that's really crazy.
They don't have a natural goal scorer. I wonder if this Stu's going to have a hard time with Ash. I think this is a creative solution for that because all the robotic rats deal with the individual shots of the pyrotechnic on the right-hand side. Maybe they go wall break, maybe they go speed zone, I don't know. Ooh, well, Rosa, a creative solution to now deal with Ash. There's a lot of mind games going on.
Absolutely. I personally just feel like Nita's kind of one of the tank counters who occasionally you can just...
And Rosa. What is this game? We see Ash and Rosa in esports in one game. What happened here? What is happening? Since when do we go Ash and Rosa in esports? This will be interesting. I guess if you want to beat Crazy Raccoon, you have to go some crazy picks, and the crazy pick is the Rosa. Runs straight into the Ash and gets killed. And Tensai gets another kill, but Super gets at least 1 kill, but nothing crazy right now.
Here he's just finding a few pokey shots here and there. Rosa's not going to be able to do anything. There's the unfriendly bushes, but a hyper charge on the right hand side from Moya.
Now, a hyper by Moyo, which gets destroyed instantly by Nita, and some nice defense, but Tensai has the healing star power, but Certain still gets the kill off on 17 HP. Really good, a really nice super from Elprio on the Sandy, which gets them. Nice positioning. And Moyo is gonna walk it in close, but he gets it in.
I mean, for me,
And now they have a goal, and they are getting closer and closer. Yeah, now nice hyper. It's just nothing Sandy and Stu can do against Anita Bear. I mean, not Stu. I wanted to say Chester. A nice ult from Surgeon, but I think it's gonna go down anyway, and that's Team Y. He walks it in, Moy walks it in and gets the goal. And that's another set, and one more set, and it's game over for Crazy Raccoon. I mean, Revenant Expert, but Crazy Raccoon is just gonna go to tomorrow with a clean slate with one set loss, same as Humble. Wait, no, they actually are gonna have a better score than Humble because they only lost one match, not a set.
Actually didn't commit for that kill at all, and the gadget was there, resets that rage, but gives him some HP. Tensai will just beeline straight into this bush as Hiroshi doesn't have the DPS, and Sergeant's vision was elsewhere.
Stu's just gonna have a tough time in general with this matchup. Milkrio on the right-hand side, trying to deal with Sarge, the slow down coming through, a little vision as well. One of the added benefits of Rosa, who's just out of striking distance of Moya, now goes in, heal for Moya, throws out the robotic rats, will be able to defend this for now. It's just a back and forth, nobody really overcommitting.
I mean, Sergeant's just in the middle of everything. He's getting slowed by the Chester, damaged by the Sandy Super, and forced to back all the way out. So regardless of all those kills coming in from Revenant, Revenant X-Spark, they don't have any control. On the right-hand side, though, Sergeant has a Super, will be trying to push out, but they've just got to be cautious of Phil the Milk area.
Scrappy start to game number 2, and that continues now as the hypercharge goes on the left-hand in. One kill goes through. Sergeant, the playmaker, out. Speed zone going down, immediately eradicated by Milkrio, and the entire roster of CR will walk an easy one in. Just one
another goal by Crazy Raccoon. It seems like they're just gonna get the win, and this will be game over.
Hypercharge comes in, Tensai cycles it out, and Sergeant might burn. Milcreo delays them for long enough, and that will burn a lot of the clock, and the control's going to be back with CR2.
Phenomenal defense coming out of CR. There was a real opportunity for Revenant X-Spark, but every time it seems they have an inkling of hope. Crazy Raccoon just taking away dreams. A double stun coming out of Sergeant, now up in the face of Moya. The boxing botanist doing his best, but just can't do enough. Superwalk now grabbing the ball, has a super available, gonna be cautious. Hiroshi doesn't have it. Now the heals coming through from Sergeant. Nice one to get through. Still some hope for the South.
Okay, they are 1-1 now. Maybe they can still clutch it.
Hypercharge available though for the Stu in overtime. That'll go a long way, but Sergeant gets hit by the gadget or the super of Tensai. Moving this ball up now. Sandy Super comes in, but a good push from Revenant. Round the back though, Moya pinching in, and it's just Hiroshi left.
Okay, overtime, it's not looking like a dominant win right now for any side in overtime. The only ult right now is on Hiroshi. I mean. And now Crazy Raccoon seems like they're gonna win. The bear would have to save them, but no, this is game over. Crazy Raccoon get the full sweep. Again, they are 6-0. Lost only one match, which was against this team, against Revenant X-Spark, and this is just game over. And we'll see how it goes in a little bit, like with Revenant X-Spark and Elevate against each other.
Once again, get everybody's favorite interview on the stage. Let's see what Barney has to say alongside these players.
They're all so super keen to come over here and talk to me. Oh, if we must. Moya, how's it going, man? Congratulations once again, a clean run through the group stage. You've got to be happy with that, right?
Okay, let's get into the game. And there's the Brawl Ball right now. There's the special mode, which I really don't like. But is there anything else I can play? Any realistic mode that would be playable? Guess I'm gonna have to go with the weird mode, I guess. And let's stay on Edgar on this map. Okay, we have a nice matchup. No! Crazy heals. And our teammate is dead too. I have ult at least, so I can jump the M's here. Get the kill. Not get the kill, I guess. Get the kill now. Poco should be free. And the BB also. M's now. And why am I shooting to? I could have scored that for sure. Okay, pass. I get the team wipe and the goal. I don't know if I got all of the kills there, but I did something. And I'm gonna have to work on the quality of my... Nice, good goal. Let me try. This seems to be better. A little bit. I hope. We'll see after the stream. I'm gonna have to fix some things up. You know, it's the first stream, so we have room for improvements. And we get team wiped and we get scored on. Yeah. I could have gotten the Carl maybe, but this teammate got 2 shots off on them. And yeah, this guy's dead. Oh, I can't do anything at all. I should have not ran into him, and we lose this for sure. Okay, I get the perfect jump on him, and I just don't jump at all. Really nice. Yeah, I get scored on now. Maybe if the teammate gets to tier 3, okay, he's close, but I can don't. Oh wait, he gets the kill. They're not going for the ball. Let's leave it there. Let me get the jump on him. Oh, he's dead. Really good jump then. And What the hell? Why does he have to? This stupid gadget, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, just two counters. Okay, next match is in 8 minutes, so let's just keep playing. Let's just keep pushing. Let's get down to a Chester. I don't wanna play no skill all day. Yeah, I don't know. He gets the. Yeah, let me just kick it down here and just sacrifice myself, I guess. My teammates are not doing anything at all, so I don't know. He cannot go there because of my old police. We're losing against a kid on Brawl Ball. That's sad. Yeah. Just get run down by a bull. Good game. Not a good game. What am I talking about? Yeah, 10k damage. You counter two of them. What are we doing, bro? Let's get this star drop. Mythic. Credits. And I'm AFK. My bad. I was trying to pick something up and my bad, guys. Okay, got some good shots now. But no, my teammates are not playing. Oh, I can pick this up when I'm in the other Star Girl. Okay. Okay, I get the goal now. I got doubled on them. Double bomb. Hit. Oh, what am I doing, bro? Okay. Good win, and I could have played a lot better there if I started playing at the start. Okay, this is good. Star Girl. No credits. Okay. Closer to Meteoric Fame 2 and some power points. So 4 more drops for today. I'm gonna turn on sound maybe. And oh my gosh. No way this actually happened. Okay, we get lucky. I'm Star Nova now. I get the dash. Oh, I missed two. Of course I do. What is this game? And he gets double shotted. How much until the next game? Next match, 5 minutes. Okay, he gets wiped off the earth. Okay, now they're coming out already. My bad, I looked wrong. Yeah, GG's, and let's go watch the game.
Two teams in search of redemption, one with an entire region on their backs, and the other searching. They've got a score to settle, don't they? They have a score to settle with some of the best teams in the world. And so, both
Okay, this is gonna be an interesting match. Definitely more interesting than the matches before. Because now it will be teams that are actually have a chance of beating each other, of having an interesting game. Depends on how good they draft. So let's hope they actually do something. Let's hope it doesn't go as the game before. So I think I picked Elevate, if I remember right.
Eternal on the left, Revenant X-Spark on the right. Both of them so far not too successful against Crazy Raccoon, but they still have a second life. One more chance to make it through to the playoffs, to have another shot at $35,000. And of course, a monthly final slot for your region. Both of their regions are
$35,000 for a Brawl Cup game. I would think they would get more, right? Like, it doesn't seem as much as they would want.
They've been around for a bit longer, but I just think Sergeant, when his back's against the wall, he'll pull his team.
Brawl Cup win.
And I think it'd be a big thing for this region to get some extra spots as well, considering how sparse they are.
So players start to gear themselves up ready for
I guess for winning the championship is definitely more. Let me look how much it is.
Secure that one out of the way. Mina as well, I quite like that. Gene 2 is another sleeper pick that I see on the side of Eternal 2. So Meeple is going to be available potentially here though. Bell as well, long range sharpshooter ideas. I do like that kit ban for sure, but it could open up the door to potential things like Edgar. That's kind of like a bit of a wild card for a pick. Gus going to come in as that first pair of hands, and I quite like it.
Do you like it though? I think in scrims it didn't go too well for them. I have a 0% win rate for them.
Okay, it's 400,000 for number one, which I would still think they would get more. But yeah, first pick Gus.
Or as we already mentioned, just open up the map. Brock, of course, is not going to be available anymore.
With a kid ban on Bell's Rock, I guess.
I like Leon on a
I think Crazy Raccoon banned it before also against Revenant X-Spark, so there might be something with the kid going on the Revenant X-Spark team. At least seems like it with these bans. So, okay. But let's see. A Leon is on their side. Not just like Invis, I guess, and a squeak, which is good for control here, yeah, as the broadcaster said. Let's see how it goes in the knockout.
Second pick gonna be coming in now for Eternal.
Buzzrock is a really fun map, in my opinion, having 3 lanes, which actually have not much difference between them. It's a really fun game mode, in my opinion. Like, completely. Knockout is one of the best ranked modes. So, Meepo. Okay, yeah, for sure makes sense. I think it gets outranged by the squeak. So, it might be something. Yeah, it's just control, I guess. And a take against Leon. And 5th pick take is interesting. You know, you have the Gus and the Meepo to protect him.
They could also double down on that thrower, pick one up themselves.
If they go throw themselves, that would make most sense, or just go something aggressive. The Meepo will, yeah, just everything I want to say the broadcasters say, but he's gonna have to use the gadget to actually stop him. And the Miko, okay, what a crazy draft. And watching yesterday, I was like, there's no way they don't have chairs. Like, can you imagine standing there for an hour, playing at the same time, just not being able to sit down while playing, while being stressed and stuff? It's just, I'm sitting down while streaming too, so them being, if you watch them playing in the monthly finals, they're sitting down. In Asia, they sit on the ground and have their iPad on the ground, and they just... Oh, what a gadget from Super. And oh, and they get the kill back, and all heal. Sergeant now going aggressive, gets on Motep, now is on the tick. Super gets the kill on Gus. And now they get the final kill. Sergeant has the super, Squeak has the super. This is looking good for Revenant even in the next round. With Sergeant's ult. Gets hit one time by the tick, and they're not coming together. Goes on to the... Ooh, fakes it. Gets a shot in. And now Tickhead gets baited off. Ult from Motep to try and push them back. Tick is low, almost gets killed by the Squeak super.
Tries to hold on to some sort of security on the right side. It's going to be suppressing fire from Superwalk that keeps Eternal against the wall, and this poison is going to be spawning in at any second now.
Gadget from the Leon makes so much pressure, even in my legendary matches, but even more in the esports games. These guys are... Oh, sorry. These guys play off of, oh, Motep gets slowed and gets killed. Hiroshi gets into Jubilo, but Gus is dead and Tick is the only one remaining. This is game over. Revenant take the first game, which is not good for my prediction. But it's just for the first set, so it's calm, it's fine. It's just a lot to still a long way to go before we get to the whole game. So let's hope Eternal can either take it back in this set or in the next ones.
Undoes all of that because now it becomes ridiculously tight on timing to be able to knock him back when he's in close range.
And I feel like almost impossible for the ticket to do any damage. Here's Sergeant constantly dodging those mines. Lollipop drop on the left-hand side makes it even easier for Sergeant to dodge these incoming projectiles. Jubilee will have to build that super. We have a head first here for Kawa, but again, something that can also be dodged away from. Hiroshi dangerous, speedy as he pops out of that Lollipop drop.
Just a little bit of usage of this invisibility. Revenant and X-Spark slowly being backed away. Jubileo and Kawi both having CC is really, really terrible. Sergeant's going to try and bait it out of Motep. Slow him down. Superwalk's going to hit him with the wind-up. The final shot coming in as well, but Sergeant's all out of ammo. Has to get in close range versus Kawi. Knocks him into the mine. Excellent close range tick play. Kawi could manage to clutch this up. No, Hypercharge popped. And nothing out of that. In the final seconds also, popping a tick Hypercharge, you want to combo that with the head first. In a complete waste, in my opinion. Just not a great play.
Look at what Eternal have to do to mimic a fraction of Revenant X Spark's power. You have to last hurrah, knock back into
Yeah, this is probably over already. It's just no way Eternal can clutch up 2 rounds after losing 3 in a row. But this is the first set. The tick pick on 5 is not to cook them. Just the Miko gets in onto the meeple pretty much for free. It's onto the tick for free, and the Gus cannot push him back alone. So this is just gone.
Wind up almost found its mark onto Kawi. Now it's going to be used on cooldown for probably the rest of the round until the final seconds, where Kawi does have the super to use. Stun on the right side, but it goes in favor of Hiroshi. Hypercharge out now. One of them is going to hit Jubileu, but Superwalk's going to have to tank this head first. Kawi and Jubileu in close range. 2 versus 1. Superwalk knows it's over. Not interested in feeding anything to this tick.
The Meeple Hypercharge at the ready here. Crucially, it's Gus's, in fact, that Jubileo's been able to build up. He had to tank a bunch of squeak damage earlier in the round with that super. Kept him alive long enough to win the fight against Sergeant. You've got to respect this Miko.
That was a whiffed combo right there. Sergeant went in and slowed Jubileu, but Walkthrough just didn't have a sight line to hit that windup on him. Keep in mind, folks, it's in excess of 4,000 damage with a single squeak shot, so it is a ton of utility. They're going to just be playing around their 2 gadgets, synergizing as much as possible, just waiting for that next opening, basically. Though they are keeping in mind the presence of hypercharges. This is a countdown to chaos, as Miko would say, with Kawi ready with his
They actually do take round,
locked in close quarters.
and it's looking pretty good for them. All of them have hypers and ults. Somehow the tick head dies instantly. 2 hypers wasted.
Sergeant could be close to one, however, he's just gonna have to work.
Jubileu runs in, gets the kill. Sergeant is really low. Motep is low. And Sergeant gets stopped by the gadget, and this looks like a game win.
Oh, it's a tied up set 1, and this one is brutal.
Starting to see some of the weaknesses there for Miko. That wind up that he needs to.
He actually might clutch it.
Is this one of his most vulnerable?
He actually might win this set.
Yeah, it's rarely an escape tool.
Usually just to get free positioning. Also, while in the super, you move ridiculously quickly. It mirrors the.
Oh, what a gadget! Holy start from Revenant. This is not good. Not good at all.
One after the other. Now Motep is just going to become super fodder. He'll probably keep shooting, so it would be best to dispatch him now instead of trying, extract more supercharge from him. Really efficient round 1. Not the greatest play for Eternal to bunch up at the center, and I cannot believe Superwalk actually managed to pull that one off, blindly aiming a shot down the center.
Yep. Bunching up into a choke against the squeak. Not ideal at all. Sergeant takes a lot of map control just by standing on that left-hand side, but eventually has to respect Motep's super. Doesn't really shot through the wall. Now might be an opportunity to force a gadget out of Kawa. Yep, there's the last hurrah. Knocks Sergeant back. Head first here should be kited away from fairly effectively. He'll tank the hit instead. It'll live to fight another round.
Yeah, Superwalk missed both of the shots on that tick super that he needed to hit, but now Kawi doesn't have it. He's going to be halfway to his next super, laying down as many mines as possible to take Sergeant. Now has to path away from this pretty fed tick super. Superwalk's able to dispatch it, but it costs him
So many tick heads have been played by now. It's in this already in this round, 2 of them, and Sergeant gets taken down. Hiroshi has the ult activated, but it gets hit, and the gadget from Motep. This should be a round for Eternal, and it looks like, yeah, he's not giving them anything. This is gonna go to the last possible round, and I hope Eternal can turn it around again with one of their hyper already, which is gonna be probably close to ult, and he's gonna get it really soon. He's had 2, maybe 3 ults in the round before, so Hopefully he can get it back, and Jubilo gets slowed, pushes back. The head walks into the explosions. Jubilo barely gets out of it, barely survives, but Sergeant gets the pressure instantly back. Instantly pressures onto the low Jubilo, but he is healed up. Tick now getting the gadget off of Hiroshi. Now Sergeant pushing, getting Jubilo low. Getting low himself. Jubilo having to use ult because of Hiroshi's ult, who was invisible. Sergeant now walking behind, jumping on Jubilo. He's gonna try go for the kill, but the gadget from Motive. The hyper take gets low the squeak, and Hiroshi hyper ulting, but that runs into all of the tick shots. And Super is now gonna lose, win. Who knows if he hits the ult? And Eternal actually clutch it and take it back. Holy win, holy prediction, holy. How did they adapt to all of that? That was so close. Tickjux had to walk up all the way to not get let Motep on the meeple get hit. This was a crazy game. Oh my goodness.
Probably not going to be walking away with this win. You know, not a reason not to prepare, but certainly a trade-off. I liked the way Revan and X-Spark were super heads up in their draft here with this Miko last selection. It was not enough, however. And I think one of the biggest problems here for me was Superwalk just missing some crucial attacks.
Seeing a lot of Leon from Superwalk in general. But again, it is very execution dependent, especially when your composition involves the Miko. Yeah, there might have been just enough time there. If that super had connected a couple more of those blobs. But here's that count back. And this is a little bit tough to look at here, especially someone like Hiroshi on the Leon needs to be able to get a heck of a lot of damage done. Doesn't quite pay off that position. Don't expect high DPS in general from Miko there. Very technical brawler for Sergeant to have to play. And you put yourself in harm's reach. Playing that brawler, you take space, but you've got to take risks in order to do so.
And looking at the stat line, I feel a little bad for putting even more pressure, putting the onus on Walkthrough, considering that he got so many kills. He was a DPS squeak out here, and folks, I am partial to a DPS squeak. It's just so entertaining for me to watch. We're going to be moving over to dueling beetles.
And we move to hard zone now.
Leon could be more
Let's see the trend. Crow ban, Lumi ban, and Mina ban from Revenant. Mina ban is really smart. I think Mo can do damage with him. And Pierce ban, yeah. If you watched yesterday, you would know Luki got his main brawler, his Pierce, in the first game on this map. The Hall of Humble got their brawlers there, their feel goods, you know, and they just destroyed them completely. So Luki got his Pierce and got his hyper before they had 30% on the hot zone, and the enemies had like 10. So that was a crazy first game of the whole tournament.
Something like a thrower is a pretty common reaction to this, but picking that on the 4-5 turn is a huge risk.
Still remaining is Otis. Leon is an option to be snapped up. Kenji we've also seen from time to time on this map. You're starting to think about what kind of tanks that Eternal are hoping to pair up with the Poco. Penny is an option, and yeah, okay, going for the Chester here, obviously really solid side laner, and honestly, which was just with insane damage output, especially the gadget that gives him a random buff. Honestly, getting extra reload speed or extra pure damage is kind of nuts.
Red Chester, man, it's all about Red Chester. Just pop that gadget and pray that you get the reload speed, because you get to push all the way up to the enemy side. Of course, it's possible to mess up, but it's just such an insane buff for this brawler to have, you know, just another thing up his sleeve in the bag of tricks. So you got to commit with this Poco. Yeah, pair it up with the Lu. A lot of times, Giga Chad Sergeant in the crowd. It's true, though. It's true. He really just is that guy. He's molded this new team around himself. Hiroshi, who played for KDS in 2025, and Superwalk, a rookie this season. They made it all the way through the Road to Brawl Cup. Came out #1. That's why they're here. Not unscathed. However, these guys can bleed even in the home region.
Did Hiroshi play on Coco Loco at all with Jay?
A
Back in
pancake
25?
on hot zone.
Floating around a couple of those.
This on this map
Top teams out in
especially.
East Asia.
We've
Even
seen
like
this a
Kaze
lot
round out with its
in the
draft
past,
for Eternal.
a lot in the monthly finals, especially on the other hot zone maps, like Ring of Fire. She's pretty big there. Blue on hot zone for sure. It's Poco and Kaze. That's a nice synergy they have going on there. The Chester is just not even a talkable pick. It's just everyday. And a Clancy in esports. That's a crazy gamble, but with a Chester and a Pam, you're going for the long game anyway, I guess. So I think if he goes on the Kaze, if he gets some shots in, if he gets the ult on her at the start, it's just game. As a pro, once you get Clancy tier 3, it's gonna be over for him really fast. So let's see how it goes in set number 2. And the Kaze already up top, already got some shots in. The healing from Motep comes in. And he's using the healing gadget on the Kaze. Nice, already a fan store. Charges another ult, but Jubileo gets squished. Luke gets the Clancy down. Motep and Luke together, taking down the Pam. Sergeant ult that destroys 4 bushes, 5 bushes and 1 wall. Nice ult from Jubileo, they don't see anything. Quit destroying of the Clancy. And this doesn't seem like a good draft from Revenant X-Spark. The Clancy is so far from tier 3 and it's 75, oh, 80 already to 5. Yeah, this is just game. And Jubileo just tries to get his KD better. Gets taken down too. Let's see how second game goes played. Maybe they'll have to adjust something, adapt to how they play it. 100 to 5. It's just an insane outdraft. Even when you have last pick, you can get outdrafted as a pro. It's not just about having a last pick. It doesn't define anything. You've seen in the last game too. Revenant lost even while having last pick. Even though in the first game it completely changed everything. It completely won them the first match. Now they made nice adjustments. Got some good better positioning. And now they have control, and the Clancy already has the same amount of tokens as he had the whole first game. And now he's gotten to tier 3 already. So this is gonna be a really different game. I think it's gonna just go the other way. It's what can you do against a Clancy as a Poco and a Kaze? And yes, you have the Lulu, but you're not gonna do it alone, and he doesn't even get a shot on him. The Clancy, as a tier 3, has not gotten damaged yet.
How differently this one's going, and it really just comes down to the early game Pam matchup where she got her turret lightning fast, and everyone was able to sit inside of that healing radius. Hiroshi gonna pop it hypercharge style onto the zone. Superwalk and Hiroshi get dropped down just a little bit towards
What
the
a
end,
play.
but this one was solved in the
A
early
really
game.
fast Clancy tier 3, and they got some good kills on the start. So let's see how the third game goes. This is gonna be an interesting finish for sure.
Staying outside of poking range and healing up.
And also, this composition from Eternal doesn't do a lot of damage outside of the Kaze. Between the Poco and the Lu, you are really there for utility. A lot rests on Jubileo's ability to get into the backline.
Jubileo running into the Chester that got, unluckily for him, he had the reload. And tier 2 Clancy already, but they have the control right now in Eternal. They have the positioning. Motep really low, gets the healing. for only the Lu, doesn't get it for the Kaze, and he gets taken down by the Clancy. But there's a fan storm, so they cannot push in. There's a Lu Super too, so they cannot push in.
Hiroshi knows that he can line up the shot on the right side. Jubilee also retreating. Revenant X-Spark on top of this zone.
Puts another fan storm, but they keep getting healed, so this doesn't really matter for them. This is a really different game than it was before, but the Clancy is one bullet away from, and one bullet away from tier 3, but now the Jubilo runs into Sergeant, and Sergeant destroys him. Now Sergeant was one shot, but he just runs back, gets the gadget for healing, gets the Pam ult for healing, and now the bad Pam ult, he threw it to the side of Eternal, who Motep barely survives but gets killed anyway, and they have a 20% lead, but the Clancy is now tier 3, they have a Pam Hyper back there, which is somehow still alive, even after they just kept shooting into it. Now it is destroyed, but the Clancy is tier 3, has the Hyper, gets the double kill, and now they are leading. Now it is tied. But what can Eternal do to run this back, to get the control back, to win this? Motep with another Hyper. Now they have the control, not for long, I guess. The Clancy gets the damage on them, is really low. Gets the Hyper on the Pam. Clancy one shot, two shot more. It's tied on 90. Sergeant in the zone 2 with Lu, and it's a game for Revenant X-Spark. 3% difference. First game was 100 to 5. Now it's 100 to 97. What a match from these two teams. First match is, I guess, cursed. Even Knockout, even Hotel, the team that won the first match, they lost the set.
To get to that level 3 in game. With the early round aggression from Revenant X-Spark, they gave themselves more of a buffer to get Super Walk where he needed to be.
You think about the timing here, right? And we're often tempted to look at the clock, but really what matters is how much time can you spend in an advantageous position at getting the chance to hit enemies. And that right there is provided by Pam, getting the turret early, placing it down, Superwalk's able to sit inside of it. Same goes for Sergeant. That's how they get their damage. That's how they have their sustain, their survivability on the point. In so many situations, however, the raw aggression that we saw from Eternal made this possible. You have to also play
Revenant X-Spark seem to have been arguing after the game ended for some reason. See, now, this is after the game ended, and he's screaming at his coach or his teammate, even though they won, because they might have not been happy how the first game went, or with some plays, with the reason why it went close.
Especially if she's able to sit there and get some healing. So that aside, we now have ourselves a tied up series. We're headed over
Okay, 1-1, and we're going to hide out on Bounty.
A big change in tempo. It's going to be all about kills, slow and metered play, or will someone be picking up that momentum? All your questions answered in more in a moment.
One other thing that I want to do on my channel is I really want to talk about the esports, you know, get you some recaps. I don't think there's anyone that gets you the recaps on how the monthly final went, on how the season is going. How for the teams on how they are playing, you know. I have not seen any videos like this. You have Spen LC, who is I love that guy. I watch him all of the time. Like every video he uploads, I watch it instantly. But he does like the finals of it, but there's not anyone that talks about how the people played, how the season's progressing. So I want to give you guys the information, get you into watching the monthly finals too, or if you could know to watch the monthly final, because for you it could have been during the night or when you're in school, so you cannot watch it and you want to know the info on what happened, not just the result. You know, you can see a 3-0 result as it happened yesterday, with with Group B, there was a 3-0 game, but it definitely didn't look like it was 3-0 with only Realm and whatever the other team was there. So yeah, doesn't matter right now, but if you want to know more about Brawl Stars esports, if you want to know what happened, if you uh, just wonder how the monthly finals went and how the scene is changing of some of the changes, I'm just gonna make probably a weekly or every 2 weeks, more like every 2 weeks, or after every monthly final that is played in a region. I'm just gonna make a quick recap of what interesting happened, of what you don't see from the scoreboard. So now let's get back to the game.
Gonna go in and snap that one up with the absence of Kaze on the map. Here comes a combination on the left side. It's what we expected.
I didn't talk at all about the track, but
he's already used his gadget. Hiroshi and Superwalk is saying just outside of the range. Actually,
let's
haven't been
watch.
hit by a
Yeah,
single
they have a
point star so
Pierce.
far. We'll see Superwalk get the initial kill.
Revenant get a double kill and close to triple kill. Have a Max, which is a really skill flex brawler.
All manner of poke damage and start to play that more aggressive. Weekend Mori didn't really leave a scratch on the Max at all, and if you need B, there's phase shifter. You also have your super to give yourself that burst of speed. This is tough to play into.
Like, how do they even push Revenant and X-Spark to their side? They're able to move backwards so easily. Jubilee on the left side is still
Max
working on getting
dodging
a
lot of the shots, but mainly getting also healed all of the time. But they are getting a lot of ult charge from all of the shots that are getting healed off by the Glowy. What do you guys think about them changing the name from Glober to Glowy? Good gadget from Super, but it still hits Hiroshi. Now Sergeant is low. Hiroshi switches to him, gets low again. Sergeant gets tapped, Hiroshi gets tapped. But they still have the lead because of the 4 stars on the Max. And he dashes again into the nanny peep. It's getting close. 1 star difference. Nani is really low though. Sergeant has no ammo. 1 ammo. It's getting so close, but they just run it off. So close so far though.
Duo of Max and Glowy, the evasiveness, the HP, the tankiness of Phase Shifter, combined with the constant healing of Glowy.
Combined, yeah. Don't forget, the burst heal potential off the gadget. It's just impossible to eliminate either of those brawlers. And Revenant and X-Spark build a lead ready, just off kills that happen in the neutral game. Motif here traded for Sergeant. That means Blue Star goes over to Eternal, all things said and done.
We'll finally see Revenant and X-Spark on the aggressive for the first time in a couple of minutes. Could easily go back the other way. A miss. Good Rooney. Whoa, he dashed right into it. Definitely a misplay for Walkthrough, not impossible to recover from. It's not even going to be damage for Sergeant. He went down right before his super actually procced. It's going to be an appropriate retreat on the left side, and Cowie is exactly where he needs to be for this long-range matchup, trying to circle all the way around. Might even go for Sergeant here, who doesn't have a way to play around it. Though not too much damage onto him, just going to drop him within a couple of shots from Jubilee, who's having an excellent matchup on the right side. Now finally finding his groove with 5 stars to his name.
Yeah, he's brimming with confidence, and that was an amazing blast beat to catch out the low health Pierce. Now Jubilee is on a bit of a frustrating off angle, and of course with a gadget coming up pretty soon, that could be disastrous for anybody that lingers within the frost field for too long. Good healing there from Otep, much needed. Cower though, what's the plan? He's got to be feared away by the Glowy, and this now puts Eternal hit by the 5 stars, is starting to shrink this lead.
Jubilee is at risk of falling. Superwalk going to go for the push in. Also has the hypercharge equipped. It's getting additional damage for speed. Jubilee is still alive, and Sergeant's going for it. Gets it now, running away with all the speed boosts in the world. An additional 2 couple of shots going on to Motep. But there's so much ground for Eternal to acquire with 2 brawlers falling on the left side. Revenant and X-Spark have brought this one super close. It's only a blue star differential. 20 seconds to go. Make it a 1-kill game. Eternal cannot risk being taken down here. 15 seconds to go, and they cannot die.
You cannot get caught out in the opening against a Glowy like that. It's a slow exsanguination, but it'll be the end of you. There goes Superwalk. In for the kill. And set number 2 picked up here by Revenant X Spark. An inventive last 2 picks in their draft. The Glowy Max Comp locked in straight away. And now we see why they're so confident to slam that in.
Just really, really intelligent. A lot of the iterations of this have been, okay, we're going to do Max, we're going to do Byron. Byron was banned here. Of course, just an easy, pretty convenient, stable brawler to play. But Glowy and Max sneaking through. They must have been sitting on this one for a while because it was not caught out in the stats at all by the looks of things.
Yeah, no scrim data. I mean, again, Revenant X Spark arrived into Europe later than most teams, so don't really have the chance to scrim nearly as much. And that's why we don't really reference their scrim results. I talked about it with Ark on the desk. They're a little inflated because most of those results come out of their home region, which you could argue is not as deep as the field here in Europe right now. Still, they survey those expectations, and a lackluster showing against Crazy Raccoon is followed up now by a really good look early in this series. I say early, but they're up 2-1 now in a position to take it away. Put Sergeant on a hyper carry role like this Pierce, give him a lane to work solo, let Hiroshi and Superwalk do the rest. That was a devastating performance on Bounty.
I love the way that this has been navigated. Sergeant surrounded by a couple of, not necessarily new players. Walkthrough is fairly new, but Hiroshi has done his time in the SESA region and being able to form a successful composition around it. A synergistic one at that. We're now going on to double swoosh. There are going to be ample opportunities to break up that synergy. We love to see, well, and you hate to face, the assassins that relentlessly target your gem carrier.
Yeah, I'm thinking Leon is going to be a premium here. Very, very powerful. Something that we've seen Superwalk try and snap up early and often in many of these drafts. This is the kind of map where like Griff is a go-to in the past from Eternal. Obviously, that cashback hypercharge can go through walls, but being able to blow out the enemy sort of mids wall that otherwise be safe behind is really important. I think the alley ban is also very heads up here by Revenant X Spark.
Just don't want to risk it. Mortis also banned. Don't want to face this aggro stuff that gets into your backlines. You see that Eternal have accounted for the last pick possibilities also. Really safe first selection here, but pretty much par for the course here on double swoosh. He has the versatility of being able to play the bad side.
Okay, so we
talking from blue team's
are
perspective,
not good on the prediction right now. We might be losing this prediction again in the first group of the day. But let's hope not. Let's hope I predicted right.
Mo is going to be snapped up first and foremost here. So now you've got some gem carrier pressure. Also the ability just to scout bushes pretty effectively. Most projectile splits into 4, so gives you pretty good coverage, especially if you choose to involve your vision gear in your
interesting Otis pick for me. I would argue Chester is better on this map, but Otis is really strong right now. Really good for the tanks and the bow now. We'll see what star power he runs. This is gonna be a really game changer. If he runs the stun or if he runs the vision, which vision might be the play on this map.
Of course, it's been banned. Janet's wide open. If there were any threat of anything being dashed on, Meeple is going to
and a meeple against it, which is decent. I don't know this map with the with the aimbot. I guess that makes sense for me. Let's see what they pick as the 5th one.
That gets close to the other side. That is the common avenue for an aggro brawler to push your gem carrier.
Eternal also have gone and tried to draft 2 of Revenant X Spark's most played brawlers on this map. Rounding it out here with
and they go with the Janet, which is gonna be a really interesting draft, really safe draft. Would makes some sense, and they go the Penny on the right side, so there is not really a win condition on the blue side. They have the Mo on the right side, well, on Reven with the Mo, so that's a big, that's gonna be a big factor, I believe. There might be one time where the Mo is just gonna roll in on the gem carrier, but the gem carrier is Janet, so she's gonna probably run the damage gadget but if she runs the jump, which might be on gem grab, probable too. So we'll see. What a player from Sergeant running into it, and she plays the jump. So the Mo ult might not make that much of a difference for taking the gems, because on Motep he can jump, he can ult, depends on the situation, but he's gonna have it. And the Meeple runs into the mines, and as the broadcaster is saying, as I've asked before the game started, Hiroshi is running the Vision Star power. Jubilao's getting wiped right now, even though he's on really good brawlers. Just they're going in one by one, then they get double teamed. So it's looking really good for Revenant. He just Hiroshi takes this gem, and now they are aggressive, so he takes the next one too. Motep has not even had an ult, I believe, and he's really low too. Hiroshi wasted the hyper a little bit maybe, but it doesn't seem like he's gonna need it. The Meeple is not even close, and he gets hyper killed by the Mo. This is a really one-sided game, pretty much the same as the first Hot Zone game. Hopefully the next one is more watchable, more enjoyable.
Here for Revenant X Spark. It's a mode that just steamrolls that left-hand side, and Sergeant Clash is exactly the person you want in a really crucial 1 versus 1 matchup. Jubilee is swapping lanes with
Hopefully Eternal can join it back. Now they are the aggressive part. They did change. They did change the lanes they are on, but it's still the first kill comes from Revenant X Spark on the Otis. And Meeple is also getting pushed back and gets killed and splashes on Motep. And Motep is one shot now, so he cannot do anything, has to stay. Sergeant staying in their bush, keeping the pressure. And Mo ults in on Motep. Motep has to ult, and he's just gonna come back and die. Meeple takes the 2 gems of the 3, gets wiped, and he has 100 HP, 7 gems on Hiroshi. He looks like he's just gonna take it home now. They do take Motep down. Jubilao gets the ult on Super, but it's not gonna kill him, and he gets the hyper now. Kills Motep, and Meeple is down, and I predicted wrong. This is a Revenant win, so that's game.
You can send one of his teammates to the military, you can send the other into retirement, but you cannot stop the chosen one of SESA in Sergeant.
So that's over for Revenant, for Eternal. This is the end of their Brawl Cup. For Revenant X Spark, they are going tomorrow, but they will have a hard game, and we are going to find out who they play against later today. So right now I'm gonna end the stream for a little bit, deal with some technical difficulties, try to make the quality of the video better, and I will be back soon. So stay tuned. Bye for now.